Art in motion.
How's it going, Exiles? My name is Ralph, and today I wanted to talk about Exilecon, PoE 2, Conquers the Atlas, Metamorph, and I don't really want to talk about mobile because I don't really care about mobile. And I also wanted to sort of give a rundown of my experience watching the event and my thoughts on that now that we've had some time to reflect on it and some of the hype has died down. It's been almost 3 weeks. Although, I gotta admit, I'm still really hyped about PoE, and I'm really hyped about everything that's going to come based on what was said and based on what was shown at the event. So, like many of you, even if you're not playing PoE, I'm sure you always check out the trailers or the cinematics or the new content in their YouTube video, little short clips or whatever, for the challenge leagues, new mechanics, anything. Like, I was pretty interested when I saw Delve. I didn't play Delve League. Pretty interested when I saw Betrayal. I didn't play Betrayal. I actually played Legion. That was the latest one I played. The oldest one I played, I guess I should say. I didn't play right at the beginning of Blight, but I played a little bit at the end of Blight, and that's probably because of Exilecon. So when I saw Exilecon was a free stream, and I've always been checking out this game's content, and of course I'm a huge fan, and I've put a lot of hours into PoE, not as many as some people have, but I've still put in a lot, and I still care about the game a lot. I saw Exilecon was free, so I figured I would check out the stream. And, I had watched BlizzCon the week before. I thought it was going to just sort of be like another Gamescom, another stream where there's an announcement, and you just sort of, this looks good, that doesn't look good, who cares? Boy, was I wrong. I got my little snacks. I was sitting on my couch. I threw it on the TV, hooked up my computer to the TV. I was so excited, started watching it, and then Chris Wilson started talking. And just to see his passion on stage, to see his passion for the game, it was inspiring. It was moving. I think I had tears in my eyes twice, 2 separate times during him being on stage in the beginning when he was announcing everything and when they did the live demo. He was amazing. So genuine, so pure. He's a big part of the reason why I'm making this video right now, because I think he kind of woke me up and made me realize how good GGG is and how good PoE is. It kind of reminded me of that, and it really made me want to play again, and it really made me want to get hyped and be part of the community again, I guess, in a large way, because it was so inspirational. I don't know if you guys caught this, but in the pre-show event with Tarky, Crip, and Ziggy, Chris, he kind of comes in towards the end, right when it's about to be done, the little pre-show conversation, and he makes a joke. He sort of says, I'm going to go up there and say, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Get Games, and the crowd's going to go wild. And, he seemed so cool. He seemed so collected.
Would you like to rehearse it one extra time before it goes live?
Okay, well, I start with, hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Get Games. And then the crowd goes
That's
wild.
a great part. Yeah.
And then when he actually went on stage to introduce himself when the event started, when they started the chain of announcements right in the beginning, he says it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games.
And just the amount of emotion in his voice, in his face, he looks so overwhelmed, but it's so good too. It feels so wholesome and excited, and it's just so genuine. Just really nerdy, good energy was there.
Well, that feels amazing. Thank you.
And that's another thing. It was really cool to watch Ziggy, Crip, and Tarky Cat do the intro conversation. I was watching Crip in high school, and it was such a big deal when he transitioned from Diablo to PoE, and then Ziggy D's always kind of been a big creator for PoE, and then Tarky came along a little bit later, I think, and just seeing these 3 faces of PoE, these 3 creators all in one place, talking about the game, and it was just this huge event, and then Chris came out, and there was all this excitement. It's like, look what this community is now getting to look forward to. It's just such a large growth, and it was so cool the way Chris was talking to everyone, and it was so cool. You know, I was just watching BlizzCon the week before, and at BlizzCon they're sort of like, this is the new expansion. We are gods, and you love us. It's, I don't know, it's a little bit over the top, and it's always so extreme, and there's like this assumption in the speeches that it's just, you guys are hyped and you're gonna love it. And then with GGG, it was just so cool. It was like this almost anticipation and anxiety and excitement, like they might not like it, even though it's obviously incredible what they're doing. So PoE 2, that was the big announcement, and it looks really good. Visually, it looks stunning. It looks a lot better. The aesthetics, the visuals, the armor, it's amazing. My favorite thing has got to be the dark green grass in that crypt type cemetery area. That dark green grass looks so good. I don't know, there's something about it. There's something about the crypt area. It kind of reminds me of when I was first trying out Diablo 3, and I was really hyped about it, and then I was extremely disappointed later on. But it just looks so good, and I'm really excited. The arrows bouncing off, and when that happened during the live demonstration that Jonathan was playing, you could hear the audience just, they were amazed by it, and I was so hyped from home, and I was like, oh man, I was right there with him.
Oh, this looks so good.
It looks incredible. Super excited about that. In terms of gameplay decisions, no more sockets or no more links on the gear. The links will be on the gems themselves. Huge difference. And Rory talked about how a fully optimized character would be using multiple 6 links.
There will be an increase in difficulty and scaling up as we go, and also there'll be new support gems and ways to take advantage of these extra spaces. There'll be new ones that affect auras and that affect your utility skills in a way that you'll really want to care about. So there will be that extra power that you get, and you will need that power to carry you through to the end of the game.
Such a big deal. It seems like there's going to be less skill spam. They want less skill spam. It's a little weird because it seems like PoE is a lot about spamming one skill and then automating the rest of your build. But I really like this idea that an optimized build will not just be using the same skill all the time. I think that will make the combat way more fresh. I think it'll make it way more fun. And even if it's going to feel a lot different than PoE currently feels, I'm excited for the change because I'm excited to have that kind of more diverse kit of abilities like you see in other ARPGs, but to see it up against PoE's really complex character customization background. I'm super excited for that. In terms of design philosophy, I'm so, gotta not sound weird here, in love with Neon. Didn't come out right. Anyway, Neon, I think everything he said about game philosophy and design philosophy, I agreed with. And he's a big part of the reason why I felt so motivated to make a video. He was just emphasizing difficulty, difficulty, difficulty. And I loved, there was this one thing he said. And it's sort of, you know, people are always asking, oh, the new players, what about the new players? This might put off new players. It's sort of, if all you wanted to do, if you were so afraid of new players not liking a game because it was too hard, I don't know, it's like that's everything in life. Why would you do anything? It's too hard. Oh, we might not get new people. And Neon, he said that great point. I hope the challenge will inspire players to want to get into the game, to learn about it, and to go deep and go hard with it. I thought that was great.
But yes, we're bumping it up here in difficulty, sure. So there is going to be a subset of players that can't play, or can't defeat, can't succeed at this new content. They may end up not playing as a result. They also might see the difficulty and strive for it. They might be inspired by it and might be like, cool, this is cool, I want to defeat this now and get further. And I believe that desire to have more difficult content and to overcome it is actually more important than just seeing an epic boss and then doing the fight and being like, that was underwhelming, I didn't think that was difficult at all. I'd like to think there is a higher desire for things being challenging and overcoming those challenges instead of just being a face roll.
So the game systems change with the gems. That's the big one we know for now. We don't know anything about the passive tree. I kind of hope the passive tree gets big changes. I'm not sure though. And then the game philosophy about difficulty, prioritizing difficulty, that is very exciting. There's also going to be more ascendancies, 18 new ascendancies, I think. So they're going to double the amount of ascendancies. I don't even know what to think about that. But if we get them teased throughout the months, it'd be cool to make videos about those the way I made videos about the first ascendancies when they were first coming out. So that's the big PoE 2 stuff. The game philosophy, the big changes with the skill gems, and the huge ascendancy difference changes. But the new campaign, the new 7 acts, that's obviously very exciting, and I really look forward to it. And I look forward to having a sort of it'll be like a more homogenized quality experience where it'll be the same quality throughout the whole campaign, rather than in the current PoE where the Act 1 and Act 2 and Act 3 they have aged a little bit. So that's going to be very exciting. So PoE 2 looks great, and visually it's incredible. 3.9 Conquerors of the Atlas. That's a new endgame system, and I think that's exciting. I've killed Uber Elder now on Standard. I did the Shaper on Standard. I did it with kind of like a cheesy build. First I did it with a build that I made, but it was pretty dumb because I was playing a melee character and I just swapped out Cyclone, and then I was able to do it, but before it was like almost impossible. So that felt bad, but I'm done. I'm done with that whole part of the Atlas. I'm done with that version of the game, and I think it's exciting to see something new come along. It's exciting that we'll be able to level up all our maps. Maybe we'll have a more diverse experience in the endgame with the maps that we can select from. That's cool. Metamorph, like Conquerors of the Atlas, not really a lot to say about it, but it's very exciting that they're doing a boss challenge league. Legion was about a lot of, clear speed, killing as many mobs, getting loot. Blight was sort of a controlled tower defense mechanic, but really it was about killing a lot of monsters and getting loot. And then this one is going to be all bosses, those singular encounters that slow down the lawnmower game and then make you have to kind of stop, focus on what you have to do, and then strategize, hopefully, and actually have a little more meaningful, slow combat experiences. So I'm really excited for Metamorph. But yeah, PoE 2 is the big one. Conquers of the Atlas is, man, it's just a little over a week. I'm really excited to play it. Metamorph with Conquers of the Atlas at the same time, that's going to be very exciting. They're prioritizing difficulty, and I'm really excited to see this. And it seems like they're prioritizing a multiple skill kit, and that's cool because, the clear speed meta is not really going away. But if it's not always one skill, I don't know how they would balance it and change that, but it'd be really cool. But they also said they want to make these harder bosses, and the bosses that were played in the demo at Exilecon look very good, and so that is very exciting as well. I think that's all I really wanted to say about Exilecon so far. There's obviously a lot more to talk about, and there's a lot more specific videos to make about this in the months to come as we get more information. And I guess I could just leave you with some questions. What did you find most visually appealing about the new PoE 2? For me, it was the dark green grass. What are you most excited for with the graphics, the visual updates? I know it's kind of superficial, but I mean, you can't help but appreciate it. Do you not even like them? I really think they're dope. What are you really excited for? What gameplay sort of feature are you most excited for in any of the coming announcements? PoE 2 or Metamorph or any of this? Just what are you most excited for gameplay-wise? And were you pleased with sort of the philosophy that they were espousing? Are you happy that they're going for more difficulty? Please respond to any of these questions or talk about anything, I guess. Give your reactions, give your thoughts down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This game is so much more enjoyable when you're talking about it and nerding out with people and getting hyped and theorizing and all this. I don't know. I like the community so much, and I think that was a big part of Exilecon in general. So, I like the little community I have here on my channel, and I like the comments, and I love the discussion. So please let me know what you think down below, and thank you so much for watching.